How's it going, pal? It's the week before Christmas. It's been a tough year to say the least. I'm sure many of you out there are like us at Power Life and cannot wait for 2021 to arrive. This is going to be a good video though. We're going to celebrate those wins, go over the key highlights for Power Life this year, because despite what's going on, there has been some really exciting things happening. 3, possibly 4 key highlights of the year, what we're going into 2021 having prepared at the end of this year. But first things first, let's roll those titles. For me, highlight number 1 has to be Swisscard. It was the biggest order of 2019. It remains our biggest ever order to date. Paul got pretty close to breaking the record early 2020, but COVID obviously was a spanner in the works for him. It really set us on our way. It was the first 1,000 unit order the business had secured, and it went on thanks to being able to point at it as a case study to 2 further 1,000 unit orders for some pretty big companies in January and February. We went out to film the case study with them. The case study has been used in basically all outreach and biz dev since the point of publishing it. Highlight number 1, 2020, Swisscard case study. How's it going, pal?
Morgan.
We are in Horgen on the outskirts of Zurich. You can maybe see it in the background. We can finally tell you that the giant corporate customer that we landed before Christmas was Swisscard. Delighted to include Swisscard amongst our corporate customers. 1,200 WePals purchased. We're going to tell you all we've done for Swisscard in the vlog, but first things first, Simon.
Roll those titles.
And of course, highlight number 2 has to be going out to Zimbabwe. Perhaps it should have been highlight number 1. Gifting solar lights on a scale that we had never done before. Thousands of lights rather than hundreds of lights. Seeing the impact that we're creating thanks to our phenomenal corporate customers on the ground in person. It was a brilliant start to 2020 just before the lockdown really kicked in. We're kind of flying by the seat of our pants the whole time because flights were getting cancelled on the way home. It was the week before the national lockdown. But what a trip, and thank goodness that we made it out. We've used all those assets the remainder of the year. It's really helped build this story of what we do. So for sure, highlight number 2, going out to Zimbabwe. How's it going, pal? It's 5 in the morning. We need to be quiet.
We are away to go and see a school that received lights just about a year ago. Really excited for this one. We're going to see on camera the impact that we created last year. Get some interviews with the kids, hopefully, interviews with the teachers, hopefully, and get some of that really tingly, feel-good footage on camera. Really can't wait for this one. But first things first, Simon. All those titles.
And highlight number 3, I mean, it came off the back of 2-3 months worth of furlough over the summer, but we came back strong and launched 2 new product lines. For me, that is a huge win, having gone from portable power to wireless chargers now and tree-free notepads. Yeah, making that stock, creating that product, getting it shipped over at the height of the global lockdown was quite an accomplishment. Wireless charger is phenomenal. I use it all the time. I'm gonna say it right now, right here. I think our tree-free notepads will be the secret weapon for 2021. Folks are very keen for them, and we know that corporates buy a ton of them. So, highlight number 3, new products that we are extremely proud of. How's it going, pal? It's been an exciting couple of weeks. Sales are finally starting to convert. We're going to empower a ton of kids thanks to the sale of our WePal power banks. I'm excited to tell you about what's going on there, but even more excitingly, we have some goodies that arrived in the post. Our final manufacturing samples of our tree-free NotePal notepads arrived at the end of last week. I'm really excited to tell you guys all about this. As a stationery geek, I love nothing more than a nice notepad, and the paper is silky smooth in these ones. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to run those titles. And that quite neatly takes us up to Christmas. So post-furlough new products, 3 months worth of online only biz dev, because we can't venture out the house to have in-person meetings, but it's been well worth it. We are extremely excited about the prospects for next year. We've been taken on by almost a dozen corporate merchandise and promotional goods distributors globally. Some of the conversations that are ongoing are extremely exciting, with some humongous global companies that are keen on what we're doing, and if even a fraction of it comes together in 2021, it'll just be a complete step change and gear change for what we're doing at Powerlife and the number of solar lights that we'll be gifting. Rounding off the year on a high, really cannot wait for these conversations to progress after the festive break. I absolutely have to say that none of this would be possible without the phenomenal team that we have at Powerlife. Becca, Paul, Simon and Derek genuinely could not be doing this without you. Thank goodness the team is so strong. We've kept each other motivated, and to my mind, we've actually had a tremendous year, so extremely grateful. Glad to still be alive as a business going into 2021. Have a magical and safe Christmas. I hope you have a lovely time bringing in the bells for New Year. I cannot wait to see people in person again in 2021. Bring it on. But at this point, just want to thank you again for the comments, the likes and the views, and we'll see you next year. Bye bye.